Nice. How about 77 degrees? That's about as warm as we've had it all year. And that usually means with the wind, it's a good day to hit.
Well, 9 miles per hour. It means it's a calm day here, which means it is a fair ballpark for hitters. You don't have a side of the field that's closed up by the wind. So it's a day for home runs.
Well, the Giants will try to stick a couple up in the seats today. Let's take a look at this Nationals lineup who comes in 2 games over the 500 mark. It'll be Wood, Mead, and then Chaparro. Chaparro getting his first start of the series. Cruz, Lyle, and Young. Nunez will play short. C.J. Abrams with the day off. Then it's Vivas followed by Ruiz.
On the hill today for the Giants will be the left-handed 12-year veteran Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray is 6'2", 220-pounder. He's 34 years of age and 13 starts into this season. He's 4-6 with a 4.12 ERA. 63 strikeouts against 36 walks and 67 2/3. Robbie Ray, lifetime against this Nationals team, 3-6 with a 5.13 ERA. And let's take a look at the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Robbie Ray. You get 2 types of fastball, or 1 type of fastball basically, that he throws, and that's the 4-seamer. The sinker, the other fastball, only about 3% of the time. And then there's the slider, changeup, knuckle, curveball, all of which can make you swing and miss. And that's his 5 different looks. And now we take a look at the Giants defense playing behind Robbie Ray. It's brought to you by Walkup Personal Injury Law. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Barry Cotto, Cox, Lee. You got some good arms across the board there with that bunch. Schmidt and Chapman, they're on the left side of the infield. Arise and Devers on the right side. Daniel Susak, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. Casey Schmidt at shortstop today. Willie Adama's getting a day off going into a scheduled day off tomorrow. And for Casey Schmidt, that start at shortstop, that's the first start he has had at shortstop this year.
Well, he's played all over the place, and wherever he's gone, he's played great. So here's James Wood. As Robbie Ray looks in, and the first pitch of the ball game is high. So we get started a minute late at 12:46. What are we waiting on? Something going on with Susak. Wood is 4 for 9 in the series. He's 0 for 5 lifetime against Robbie Ray. And there's a big healthy swing he's going to miss. So, come on now. That's not how you want to start.
No, you don't make any friends doing that.
Here's the 1-1. Hit up the middle, but right there is Arise, and that's how this game gets started. Spanish audio is available on the SAP channel. Erwin Higueros, Armando Rios. There are gents on Spanish radio. Here's Curtis Mead. And a strike. Mead 0 for 3 in the series. Does have a lifetime home run against Robbie Ray. And it's a bit wide. We haven't done the umpires, right? It's Jeremy Rayhack behind the dish. Sonia, Beck, Powell from first to third.
Good consistent zone from Rayhack. You'll get some belt high strikes. You'll get some knee high strikes. It's kind of a rule book strike zone.
There's a pop up out of play.
But I mean, can't compliment an umpire better than to say that he's a consistent zone. That's what they work for.
A foul out of play. It stays at 1-2. Nationals will go home after the game. They took 2 out of 3 in Arizona the first leg of this trip, and of course have won the first 2 games in this series, so they're 4-1 on this road trip. So again, another foul. They're currently tied for holding down the final spot of the wild card race, and look, it's just an idea of where they're at. There's too much of the season left to really take any of that stuff serious. But here's Jung-Ho Lee coming in. 2 outs. And here's Chaparro. So Chaparro's going to hit. He's 0 for 1, and this is his first start. Noticed him yesterday. He just looks like he can hit. He's got that Kevin Mitchell type body.
He lets it go too.
Loved watching Kevin Mitchell swing the bat.
He was one of my favorite teammates. Just, we really couldn't gauge as to how strong he was. But man,
San Francisco Stock Exchange.
He and Will Clark, what a 1-2 punch.
One of the great all-time posters in San Francisco Giants history.
Yes, that's right.
At the Stock Exchange with all the stock tapes floating around. One ball and 1 strike. High and wide. Say this about the young manager for these Nationals, Blake Butera. He is not stuck with the same lineup in any of these 3 games. Everybody's moved around, and his whole 26-man roster has participated.
That's how you keep him fresh.
Take a look at this. If this doesn't bring back memories.
It just says so much about that time in the late 80s. I mean, they really caught the imagination of Giants fans, and the crowds came back, started to win. It was fun.
I wonder if that was a Pat Gallagher production. I bet it was.
Probably.
I mean, Pat's got to be known more from the Crazy Crab, doesn't he?
Well, I mean, once you invent the Crazy Crab, as far as I'm concerned, you can retire.
You are in the Marketing Hall of Fame. Got him looking, and that's going to end the inning. All right, Giants are coming up. Take a look at the lineup that Foster Griffin, lefty, is going to face. It'll be Schmidt, Arise, Chapman, and then Devers, followed by Lee and then Eldridge. How about that? 3 left-handed hitters in a row. Susak, Barakoto, and Jonah Cox.
On the hill today for the Washington Nationals will be the left-hander, Foster Griffin. Griffin, 6'3", 225-pounder. He's 30 years of age, a former first-round pick by the Kansas City Royals in 2014. In his second year at the big league level. And he's traveled around the world 3 years in Japan and really learned to pitch. And you'll see his wares today. 14 start in the year. He's really been their best starter, 7-2 with a 3.63 ERA.
Foul. He's won his last 4 starts. But his offense has averaged him 10 runs a game in those 4 starts.
Yeah, you give a guy 10 runs a game, he's going to have a good year.
I mean, he's pitched well in all of them. Don't get me wrong. It's not like he's given up 8 or 9 runs in each of those 4 starts. He hasn't. Schmidt on the 0-1 pitch makes it now 0-2 on the foul. 2 for 10 in this series for Casey Schmidt. He's cooled off just a little bit. Waited on that one nicely and fouled it back. If Casey Schmidt led off all year, he'd get somewhere between 550 and 600 at bats. He would have 5 or 6 leadoff home runs.
At least.
Instead, this is a soft line drive to the third baseman, Meade.
Let's check out the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Foster Griffin. Going to give you 7 different pitches, 2 types of fastball and 2 types of off-speed pitch with the splitter and the changeup. He's also got a sweeper, a curveball, cutter, and he'll throw anything at any time. And that's what he learned in Japan.
Luis Ariz is the only hitter in this Giants lineup that has ever faced Griffin. Only 2 at-bats. He's got a hit in 2 at-bats, but overall hitting .326. And it's a quick 0-2.
It's pretty much straight up defensively.
You keep throwing him away, and his third baseman is a little bit off the line, Meade.
Yeah, a little bit play to pull, but not a whole lot. You just have to respect it. He can hit the ball from line to line. I mean, it really has been so entertaining to watch this guy in the batter's box as to how he sets up an at-bat, what he's capable of doing, and of course the bat control to put the barrel on the ball. Part-time golfer in the offseason.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of flair, doesn't he?
He does. He also has an intangible. When he comes to the ballpark, he lets you know that he's happy.
Over by the on-deck circle, and it's going to just make the seats. And 2.
Got to think too, the Giants collectively have gotten better in seeing more pitches out of a pitcher, especially a starter, making guys work more.
Comebacker knocked down by Griffin.
Let's take a look at the Nationals defense. It's brought to you by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law, starting in the outfield from left to right. It'll be Lyle, Young, and Cruz. Nunez and Meade on the left side of the infield. Vivas and Chaparro on the right side. And Keibert Ruiz, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Chapman with 2 outs. Chapman's had 3 hits in this series, 3 for 6. You slowly watch that average climb. How's it back? Talked to him yesterday for a little bit. He and his wife, their baby's due in a couple of months or a couple of weeks.
It's always an exciting time, middle of the season.
1-2. Yeah. You wouldn't know anything about that.
Well,
5. Mike's got 5. Jennifer's got 5.
we had 4 during the season. 1 in December. But, it's just part of it. And you realize that you have a tendency to look forward to road trips for the first time in your life because that's where you get your sleep.
Yeah. Chapman is going to hit one hard. It's knocked down. He's got a hit.
Oh, my goodness. That was a scald.
You want to watch a defensive player decide to play it off to the side? Watch this.
Kind of a lazy breaking ball that hangs right over the middle of the plate, and he top hands this thing and watch.
I'm going to play it off to the side.
Yeah, protect it. I want to have kids. That's instinct right there. That was heat coming at him.
Devers is going to challenge.
The pitch was over to strike. The hitter's challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile, and it is low.
The call is overturned. San Francisco has 2 challenges remaining.
Reffy Devers challenging on the first pitch.
Hey,
He's sick of it being 0-1 every time he gets into the box.
just challenge every time. Why not? If that last pitch would have been a strike, not the fastball he just threw, but the one that got challenged, that fastball would have been a strike.
Yeah. Devers is thinking this is pretty cool. It's usually 0-3 at this point when the pitches are that close. Tell you what, he was going to let it fly.
Yeah, he was not in the take mode. But it does give you an idea as to what he's looking for.
3-2. So Chapman aboard with the base hit. First hit of the game. Runner goes. It's hit well into left center field, but it's going to be Young who'll track it down. And that'll do it. All right. We played 1.
This telecast is brought to you by Cresco, with 19 Northern California locations to serve your tool and equipment needs.
0-0. Second inning. Robbie Ray throws the first pitch number 17, high. So Robbie Ray with the 16-pitch first inning. This is off the end of the bat. And Cox is going to put it away.
Well, send your Giants to the All-Star game at Philadelphia. You can do that by scanning the QR code and cast your 2026 MLB vote to put your guys in the All-Star game. Go to sfgiants.com/vote.
So we can see now, Mike, what promos. As this is slapped to left and it's going to fall in front of Barracoto. All-Star Teacher promo gone. All-Star Ballot promo in.
Yeah.
So the Nationals with their first hit. And here's Jacob Young.
Fastball has been the pitch that has been problematic for him to be in control of for a lot of this year. And when he misses, it's usually up and away to a right-hander.
Young 2 for 4 in this series. And a pop-up foul and out of play. You're going to probably see with Robbie Ray more pop-ups than ground balls.
Yeah, he's a fly ball strikeout guy because he pitches high in the strike zone with that fastball. That high across the letters has always been a really good pitch for him, and the back foot slider. Those are his two primary strikeout weapons when he gets ahead of you.
0-2. And a quick toss.
Problem with the high fastball is when you try to add velocity onto it, it's real easy to pull that front shoulder out and you miss up and away, which has been the problem. He's averaged almost 5 walks per 9 innings, and that's about 3 too many.
And the runner goes. And the throw is going to be late. The Nationals has done a good job of picking up those extra 90 feet by way of the stolen base.
Well, one thing about Robbie Ray, when he lifts that front leg up to where it's above the belt, that's going to be about 1.5 seconds to get rid of the ball, and that's slow. And a lot of left-handers are like that. They're more deliberate out of the stretch than righties.
Popped up. This is going to be Cox who's going to have to make the catch, and he does.
The thing about lefties is because they're looking right at the base runner, that high leg kick sets up not only their delivery, but it sets up their pickoff move. So if you're a base runner and you can time it right, guess right, you're going to get a good jump, and that's exactly what happened with Lyle.
Dasim Nunez. 2 hits and 7 at bats as Robbie Ray spins around. Chasing Lyle back to the bag. And it's a little low. Nunez showing bunt. And a foul out of play. Definitely a team that has got some guys that can run.
Well, and Blake Butera, the skipper, he turns them loose. I asked Kevin Franzen, how many guys have green lights on this team? He said, everybody. Meaning they can go when they get a jump. It's their call.
1-2, tied him up.
If you're a green light guy, you don't have to wait for a sign to take off and steal.
One and two. Got him. Thought about a challenge. Pull the hand down. Side retired. Giants are coming up.
A 12-game span in Giants history. Well, Ed Rush. Bill Terry did it twice, and Jung-Hoo Lee puts himself on the list. He's had 29 hits in the last 12 games, and he's still rolling.
Here's Jung-Hoo Lee. Takes a strike. A lot going on with Jung-Hoo Lee. A lot going up, including his average.
And his 17-game hitting streak intact going into today.
Here it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
You've had a hitting streak at the big league level that lasted, more than a couple weeks. I mean, you start thinking about it every day.
Yeah, well, when you pick up the newspaper in the morning, and it's right away in the first paragraph of the game story, you're definitely reminded of it. But look, mine never got to 20. But once it gets to the 25, then all of a sudden the hitting streak becomes important. But prior to that, you can't take precedent as to what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I think before it gets to 25, it stays kind of a local story. But 25, you become a national story.
Out of play. I mean, and then, look, your last at bat, you're 0 for 3. You need a base runner. You start swinging it because you don't want to walk. It kind of messes up what you really should be trying to do, and that's help the team. I always admired guys like Pete Rose that could have every year they'd have one that was good, and then the one year he was in his, I think, the 40s. He's going to stay alive.
Well, that was 1978. He had a 44-game hitting streak. And it became a national story. It was unbelievable.
It really was.
And it finally ended for Pete, who was with the Reds.
Did it end with a walk?
In Atlanta, no. Gene Garber struck him out. I mean, Gene Garber was a reliever and closed a lot of games for Atlanta. He's a good pitcher. But what ticked off Pete Rose about the whole thing was that when Garber struck him out, he reacted like they just won the 7th game of the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess that would tick him off.
And Pete took that personal. But he had to go in 44 games, and on the record, Joe DiMaggio with 56. They say it's a record that'll never be broken. I believe it.
Jung-Hoo Lee, who rarely strikes out, is the first strikeout for Foster Griffin.
That hit him on the back foot, and he kind of walked out of the box, and he had a little bit of a limp. Got him on top of the foot. That's one he felt, definitely.
Eldridge has a good series going. He's 4 for 8. Hit a home run last night. Shallow left. Lyle made it a little interesting.
So Dave Greshner going to take him down there and run him through a few tests. So that tells me he's really feeling it. So, and that tells you a lot about the streak.
Susak 1 for 3 in the series. He got that hit last night. He got it with runners at first and second, but the runner at second did not score. One of the hits the Giants got in the series with runners in scoring position, and they haven't had a lot.
A hitting streak will tell you that you're consistent, obviously, but you're doing it against a lot of different type of pitchers. That never gets enough credit. That's not an easy thing to do.
Golfs this one into left, the base hit. We'll take the Giants on the go this season and stream the games on the NBC Sports app, and it's brought to you by Toyota. Barakoto. One ball, no strikes. Right on the outside corner.
And the other thing, too, about streaks is, you're going to have some owies along the way. You get jammed, you got a bone bruise, you hit one off your toe, you hit one off your foot. But those things kind of eat away at your concentration.
Swing. You're going to miss 1 and 2.
So all in all, streaks don't happen very often. Rarely do they go into the 20s. And then beyond that, even rarer. But I think they're very cool. And I do think that it tells you a lot about the hitter, obviously his ability to hit, but how mentally tough he is. I think that needs to be pointed out.
Boy, a healthy rip and a foul straight back. Susak at first with 2 outs. And now a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning as Susak was on the move. All right, we've completed 2.
This Sunday, the first 25,000 fans will receive a Hello Kitty plush keychain presented by EVA Air. The Giants will host the Cubs. You can receive one of these 3 keychains. Get here early, sfgiants.com/Hello Kitty, and that's where you get your tickets.
So here we go, inning number 3. Garbit Vivas will stand in, lefty against lefty. And it's down low. In at third, thinking that Vivas may bunt, is Matt Chapman. Instead, he hits one off the end of the bat, and diving is Barakoto, and he makes the catch.
I'll tell you, the toughest dive is the one you have to dive straight in towards the ball. And one of the problems with it is, how do you hold your glove? Do you hold it with the back facing the sky or with an open palm? Nice play.
Very nice. Here's Gabriel Ruiz, 1 for 4 in the series. And he takes a strike. See, the number's at 275. It's a good number. Five home runs, 27 runs batted in. One and 2. Lines it to left, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Both teams now with a pair of singles. And top of the order in James Wood. Wood rolled out to second to open up the game. And that's just a little bit off the plate. It's 2-0. Curtis Mead on deck. Swing! You're going to miss. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, he's figured it out.
Robbie Ray not happy at all with that last pitch.
Well, his command is something he's really, really worked on hard between starts, and it's been a prolonged period of time where he's had to throw a lot of pitches because his command hasn't been sharp.
Starting to carry. Cox at the wall, and it is gone. On a day where the ball is going to carry, Wood just hit his 18th.
And just like that, he lets you know why he's got 18, because that is a big man home run right there. Challenge, he gets a backspin on it, going the opposite way. We've seen him hit a lot of balls to the left side of second base in this series, but this is what the big pure power hitters do. I mean, their fly balls, they go out of the ballpark.
On days like today, most certainly. Here's Mead. And Mead takes a strike. Mead popped out to right field. Here he hits one into right center field. Cox again is moving to his left and out on the track in the alley. He puts it away. I mean, if the Giants hitters are watching this and they've got some power, you can see that if you get it in the air with a little behind it, you got a shot.
We don't say that often in this ballpark.
Chaparro with a swing and a foul. It's no balls and 1 strike. And it's down low. Two runs in here in the third. It's pretty amazing now. The 2 games on Monday and Tuesday, the ball that Wood just hit is an out.
It doesn't even get to the warning track.
Chapman throws a strike to Devers, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits.
This telecast is brought to you by Downtown Subaru of Oakland, home of Pure Pricing. Whether it's online or in person with Pure Price, it's a win-win situation. Visit SubaruofOakland.com.
Here's Jonah Cox. Giants now trail as we head to the Giants half of the third inning. It's 2-0. Cox hit a double in this series over Wood, who was playing in right field at the time. Here on 3 pitches, he's gone. Here's Schmidt. Schmidt bounces this one behind Gary Pettis. Schmidt hit a soft line drive to third. Very high to even the count. Out of play. The thing the Giants have done over the years when they've had successful years is win their share of games at home. This year it hasn't been that way. They're 12-18 at home. So if you want to have a better season or close out the remaining home games, tighten up that record.
Tighten it up. Amen. Saw Elliot Ramos in the Giants dugout. He's inching closer to getting back on the field.
Look at this snap by Shapiro.
Pretty good play. Ball came up on him. Turned into a wrestling match, but he got it done.
So here's Arise.
All right, time now for Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. Luis Arise has gone consecutive games this season without a hit. He's not gone consecutive games. Today is a 66th game, and it's the longest streak by a Giants batter to start a season with 2000, since 2000, when JT Snow went 89 games without recording a hit in consecutive games. So I think that's pretty cool. That is allowing more carry because the wind is helping you out as a hitter today.
Chopper to short. Side retired. We've played 3. It's 2-0 National. Giants played on Monday. They have an off day tomorrow, so I kind of wish it would have been flip-flopped.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that would have given them a little buffer coming back from a night game in Chicago. But hey, they make that schedule, well, last year they made the schedule, so they kind of knew what was going on. And, your mind, you can trick your mind into being capable of taking on any challenge the schedule gives you. Sometimes it could be tough, but never an excuse.
Well, I mean, you can also trick your mind into saying, well, they would never have the Dodgers play on a Sunday night. You can trick your mind into that.
Yeah, you could go there.
Or you can have a friend suggest that to you the next day.
Yeah, that's true. That's what friends are for.
Two and one to Dylan Cruz. 3-1. And a strike. Out of play. That's what these Nationals have done in this series, is foul a lot of tough pitches off. Chapman will back up a half a step and then throw him out. Can't back up too much with the speed of Dylan Cruz. And here's Lyle. Lyle out of play. Lyle picked up a base hit in the second. He was left stranded.
Little repair work on the pitch comm for Daniel Susac. I mean, all in all, you don't really have as many problems with the pitch comm that you had when they initially introduced it to Major League Baseball. It's been a hit, works, took care of a lot of problems.
Out of play again.
Took care of more problems than it caused. Let's put it that way.
Yep. Jacob Young is on deck. And a good solid grunt from Robbie Ray makes it 1-2. And a bit wide, 2-2.
It's the one pitch you think, well, how can a guy take that in a 2-strike count? Never got a good answer when I asked that question.
Well, depends upon who you ask, I guess.
Most of the time, when you throw a pitch like that and the guy takes it, he's looking for something else. But he looks like he's got the greatest eye in the history of the game when he takes a pitch like that.
Look out. And then Schmidt grabs it and throws it high, and Devers got back on the bag. Nice play on both ends. That nearly went, well, it did kind of go right through Robbie Ray.
Literally between the legs. And Casey Schmidt off the right foot. That's what former third basemen do. They prefer to take it on the right foot.
That was a strike. Yeah, you got a former third baseman at short. You got a former third baseman at first. And you got a third baseman at third. Some teams prefer shortstops to play all over the place, not the Giants.
I don't think you lose either way. And we're just about a month away from the Major League Baseball free agent draft. I like what they do now. They wait till the College World Series is over.
Yeah, really good point.
And the College World Series, well, it's going on right now.
Yeah, I remember the one year I got drafted. You almost had to make your decision during the World Series. Got him. 3 strikeouts for Robbie Ray. Now Giants, time for their offense. A hug and a pat on the back. And Devers takes a strike. And again, against Devers, it's 0-1. And it's 0-2.
And there's that quick 0-2 you're talking about.
Yep, seems to happen all the time.
Next pitch for Griffin will be number 60.
Got him. Devers knew it.
Well, he gets wrong. I mean, he got a fastball that sent him packing, and it tells me that he was looking for a breaking ball. This is a generation where you'll see more guys guess with 2 strike counts than in the history of the game.
Who struck out in the second?
Which has been rare during the streak.
Cut off before it gets into the outfield by Vivas. 2 outs. Here's Eldridge. Eldridge, little dribbler. Griffin's got it and throws to first. And on 1 pitch, Eldridge is retired, and so are the Giants. It's 2.
Second inning, Robbie Ray struck out Nasim Nunez on 4 pitches to inning. It went fastball, 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 and then he finished him off with a changeup. Grab some pine meat.
The pitch, and he bunts through it. Nunez just a shade over 200 with his batting average. Shoots this one the opposite way, but off that screen. 0-2. We have reached the 5th inning.
Well, it's been a well-pitched game by 2 lefties. Big swing of the bat, a 2-run homer by James Wood. That came in the 3rd inning.
Another foul out of play. Pitch number 67. And it's up and in.
I like that pitch. It sets up a changeup on the outside corner. Breaking ball on the back foot. High fastball across the middle of the plate.
Rolls foul.
I mean, that's the beauty. When a pitch can set up 3 or 4 different other pitches, that's a good pitch. And then you could go right back in on his hands.
Rolled to short. Smith charging, throwing on the run, got him.
It came up on him a bit too.
It did.
It's like he caught that high on the glove. Look at where he pockets this thing in the glove. Yep, that's high right there on the heel. And you know, he stuck it, and I think that's a great example of good hands.
Here's Jorbit Vivas. He's going to flip one into left, and that's a hit. So hit number 4 for the Nationals. Here's Gabriel Ruiz, who singled and scored in the 3rd. Jung-Hoo Lee's got this one under control.
One pitch, one out for the second out.
Look, I'm not going to complain, but this is going to sound like a complaint.
Yeah.
See the big lead by Vivas. And Wood goes around. But I'm not used to it being this hot in this booth.
Well, they say it was going to be 75, 78-ish today. Well, it feels like that.
Well, no, it doesn't. It feels like 88. And I'm not smart enough to be like John, who comes in here wearing shorts, whether it's 88 or 38.
Yeah, he looks like he's getting on a boat to head out to the Bahamas. But that's every day. That's why we call him the Big Kahuna. John Miller, our partner.
Good pitch, 1-2.
Although it's caught him a couple times. Remember that one time he showed up in Chicago and
on one bus ride, it dropped 40 degrees?
Yeah, literally it dropped 40 degrees, and he had on a pair of short pants and a Hawaiian shirt and sandals. By the time he got on the bus, he had about half of the extra clothes that Mike Murphy had in the clubhouse.
Yeah, I don't know why we had 2 pairs of Barry Zito socks, but maybe it was for a promotion. But we offered to cut off the tips of the socks so he could use it for sleeves. 3-2. Our man.
Hall of Famer.
Robbie Ray is going to step off. Goes the other way again. Remember, it's starting to carry. Side retired. All right, Giants are coming up. You can buy online at sfgiants.com/weekend. So here it's. So we got a pitch clock violation on Susac. So it's now 1 ball and 1 strike.
You've got to make eye contact with the pitcher before the 8-second mark. You don't see many of them, but every once in a while. That would be one of those things that happens to you once and should never happen again.
2-2.
Meanwhile, out of the boat, fire department.
Hello, gentlemen.
Keeping us safe. Thank you. Well, I think that'd be fun duty.
Yeah. 3-2. Susac up the middle. Vivas has got it. Well, you can bench your mobile provider for better coverage and bigger savings with Xfinity Mobile and get Wi-Fi plus 5G that won't strike out. Xfinity, imagine that. Here's Barracoto. Barracoto struck out in the second. So that's a pitch you would never swing at on the first pitch of the at-bat.
Ever. I mean, that's one you wouldn't even look for again in the same at-bat. Designed to do one thing, steal a strike. Mission accomplished.
In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike.
Foster Griffin has really done a nice job of keeping the Giants off balance.
Two balls and a strike. Out of play. Jonah Cox to follow. Tepper foul. The 2-2. Good take.
And remember, he struck out with a ball in the dirt his last at bat. That was part of his education, facing Griffin for the first time.
You'll see another pitch.
Pitch number 8 coming up. He's dragged him through the garden. Sweeper, cutter, curveball, four-seam cutter. He's got 7 pitches.
To short. Got no safe. Barracoto got that leg in there before the tag. I'm sure the Nationals will look at it.
And they will indeed look at it.
Calling the field is safe at first base. Washington's challenge.
Took a bunch of extra steps to get off a throw. Throws high.
Oh, he's out.
And he is OUT. The one thing that a first baseman knows, especially a right-hander, is that if you come off the bag, all you got to do is drop your glove. The guy's going to run into you, and there's nothing he can do to avoid making contact with your glove. You say, well, yeah, you can slide. Well, you can't think that fast when you're 10 feet away from the bag.
I mean, look, the only thing you can do is look for the bag and look to see what the first baseman is doing.
After review, the runner was tagged before the base. The call on the field's overturned. Washington retains their challenge.
Thank you, Dan Asanya, the crew chief of this crew.
Somebody tell Barracoto that he's out. So here's Jonah Cox.
Little pitch count problem. All right, here we go. We're good. Thumbs up.
Jonah Cox.
I mean, if you're a big league catcher now, with all the gear you put on and all the pitch comm stuff you have to stick in your ear, I mean, you kind of look like you're part of the SWAT team when you're down there in a squat.
That's a fact.
Kevlar vest, bulletproof shin guards.
1-2.
Fastball across the letters is really giving Jonah Cox problems.
Pokes this one, and he's got a hit. That is a magic wand-do right there.
Well, and all I think that Griffin, the pitcher, was trying to do is just throw something to clean the palate of the eye. I don't think he had any intent to throw that thing near the strike zone. He's going to throw this, and then he's going to come back with another fastball. But Jonah Cox says, that's where I like him. Doink.
Here's Schmidt. Schmidt takes a strike.
The pitch is going to strike. The hitter's challenging.
So Schmidt challenging?
He is.
Call's overturned. San Francisco has 2 challenges remaining.
So both teams with both of their challenges still available. There's a strike.
Well, you know, you think, well, what's the difference between an 0-1 and 1-0? There's a big difference. It means you can look for a pitch, sit on a pitch in a 1-0 count.
This is lined, but it's right at the center fielder Young to end the inning. The end of 5. It stays 2-0. Presented by Gilead. Get your tickets at sfgiants.com/pride. Here's Robbie Ray to Curtis Reed. It is a 2-0 lead. It's been that way since the 3rd inning. So Gilbert is now in left. On the ground, Chapman glides to his left and throws him out.
Tell you the hard work that Robbie Ray has done mechanically to work on the mechanics and correct his mechanics that he's been doing on the side between starts is paying off today. This is the best command he's had in about 7 starts. He's got to be happy with how he's commanded the fastball today.
Big swing by Shapiro and fouls it. It's no balls and 1 strike. Shapiro is 0 for 2.
I mean, you know, as a starting pitcher, your job is to eat up innings, but your job is also to get your defense off the field. And you want quick innings, 15 pitches or less. I mean, you don't have a command of your stuff. I mean, you labor, you throw too many pitches.
Line drive. Schmidt digs it out on 1 hop and throws him out. You know what? We haven't really had the chance to watch Schmidt. He played a lot of second base in the outfield. Watch his arm, but there you did.
Oh, he's got a cannon.
I mean, there is no hump in any of his throws.
No. I mean, he was hit San Diego State. He was played third base, but he was also the closer for that team.
This is hit off the end of the bat, and it's going to fall. So Dylan Cruz spoils the possibility of a 1-2-3 6th inning. Here's Lyle.
Saw Carson Seymour getting ready for the Giants in their bullpen.
Runner goes. And this is going to be a stolen base for Dylan Cruz, his 2nd of the year.
Well, whatever Robbie Ray's doing out of the stretch is tipping the Washington Nationals off very early. Because these jumps are enormous. I mean, Susac has none chance to throw these guys out.
One and 0. 2 balls and no strikes. Speed at second. Good pitch to make it 2-1.
Every coaching staff in the big leagues, they have a guy or two that's their job. I mean, they'll get video that they shoot from first base side of the field looking at the pitcher out of the stretch. And if he's tipping when he's going home or to first.
Little pop-up in a tough spot. And guess what, folks? It's going to fall. Unbelievable.
It's just uncanny how productive the Nationals have been. And I'm not talking about just a series. This year. They get a 2-out doink. They steal a base easily. And then they get another 2-out doink. And they get a run on the board with a chance to put up more. And from a pitcher's perspective, you make good pitches and you run the ball off the sweet spot up the bat. I mean, you've made a good pitch. You've done your job. And when they drop for hits, or when even worse, they drop for RBI singles, they hurt.
Jacob Young is 0 for 2. Two quick outs, 2 ground balls, and then doink, doink. Out of play. It's a ball and a strike. Robbie Ray about to throw pitch number 92, and it's out of play again.
See the pitch count? That's really good. I mean, he's been consistently having innings that have been mid-20s, even into the 30s. Not today.
The 1-2. Runner goes. Line drive, base hit. So Cox thought about throwing to third, but wisely.
Well, he's got a good arm. And it's an accurate arm that has big-time strength. But down 3 runs, that's not a chance you can take. Because if you throw to third and allow that back runner to move up in scoring position, then that's no bueno.
So here comes Giant skipper Tony Vitello. Looks like the bullpen door is going to open. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all-in connection and protection your small business can rely on. We'll be back. And no errors. Carson Seymour is your new pitcher. His job is to go after Nasim Nunez with runners at first and third.
Seymour, a big fella, 6'5", 265-pounder. He's 27 years old. And when you take your bats against him, you're going to see a healthy sinker and a healthy four-seamer. He throws hard. Curveball, slider, changeup complement the 2 fastballs.
And the first pitch is high to Nunez. Nunez 0 for 2. Runner goes, and it's dribbled foul. Maybe hit off of Nunez. A run here in the 6th inning, given the fact that the Giants aren't scoring much today, not at all, keep this deficit to 3. And a strike. It's 1-2. Seymour at the belt, the pitch, the runner goes. It's wide, and Susac won't even throw. It'll be a steal for Young. That's his 6th of the year. And a foul back. Two on the ground towards the hole, and a base hit. And 2 runs are going to come in as Nunez rolls one through the left side.
Well, this is one time when the defensive shift really bites the Giants. They had Casey Schmidt playing over towards the bag and opened up a hole on the left side. And in a 2-strike situation, he just finds a hole right straight at where a straightaway play would be for a shortstop. And that hurts. 4 singles in a row.
I mean, it also ruins the look of the outing for Robbie Ray.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, he threw better than what the numbers are going to say.
And a quick toss. The way the Nationals have been running, they have 2 steals in the 6th inning. They're going to go. Nunez has got 24 on the year. He goes. And the throw. And it's late. Nationals now with 69 steals on the year. That number is 2nd in the major leagues.
Giants on the year have 18 steals.
There's a shot into right field, a base hit. And here's the throw home by Jungle Lee. It's offline. The throw to second is going to be late. So after 2 outs, 5 straight singles.
And so it goes against this national team. They have had magic against the Giants. So Justin Message is going to come out, try and calm his young right-hander down. I mean, the one thing that really is statistics that I think most bullpenners are proud of are when you come into an existing inning with runners on base, how many do you allow to score? And when you let the guys' runs in, when you come in, I mean, that wears on you. And with young pitchers, I mean, their mind can stay on an at-bat and not focus on the hitter they're facing. And that's when you need a pitching coach to go back and get your focus back to the glove.
Here's Ruiz. Meade grounded out. Chaparro grounded out. And then the 5 straight singles. And it turned a 2-0 lead into a 6-0 lead. On 2 to Ruiz. Seymour working the clock. And it's low. Big bouncing ball foul.
All right, finally a little action down there for left Brown. Paul Dude veteran. All right, left.
Schmidt out. And that'll end the inning. The damage is 4 at 6-0.
Soccer jersey and the first 20,000 fans, where they're going to get one. That's right. Presented by StubHub this Saturday. Giants take on the Cubs at 7:05. sfgiants.com/fiesta to get your seats.
Here's Arise, who's 1 for 2. And he shoots this one to left. But Lyle is there, and he reaches up. And he makes the catch. Chapman, 1 for 2. And he takes a strike.
You mentioned that Griffin, the pitcher for the Nationals, I mean, he's got 7 different pitches, and the one thing that he's done consistently is keep all of them down.
Swing, ain't gonna foul, nothing in 2.
When he misses, rarely does he miss up in the strike zone or above the strike zone. He misses down below the strike zone. Here you see the pitches that he's had today: cutter, four-seamer, curveball, sinker, sweeper, splitter, changeup, and he's throwing them all.
Chapman stayed on that one, but fouls it straight back. Tapper to third, but it's going to kick foul. Devers watching from the on-deck circle with just 1 out. Chapman drives one. Left field, hit well. It is out of here. His 5th of the year.
Not fooled at all by the breaking ball. Boy, he is red hot. Good to see. He worked his tail off to get back with his swing.
Hey, Devers out in front, 1-0. Foul back.
Take a look at the lazy break. It just hangs right out over saying, hit me, and he backs it spin right over the wall in left center.
Devers out in front on a high pop-up to right field. Cruz comes in. Here's Jung-Hoo Lee, who needs a hit. He's 0 for 2. And he's got a hit.
Eighteen straight games with a hit. And he went down and got a breaking ball. And center cut right in the sweet spot. Beautiful swing. Perfect balance, stays behind it. And just does get it over the glove of Vivas, the second baseman.
And now Jung-Hoo's going to take off. Hey, make a little statement if you can. It's just the 6th inning.
You're right. I mean, it all starts with a crooked number.
Yep. Foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Under his hands, 1 and 2. High and wide, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eldridge waiting. 3 and 2.
Keep the line moving. Walks, knocks.
Got him. Challenges with a fastball, gets the strikeout, it's 5th. Matt Chapman gets the Giants on the board. His 5th of the year, and it's bye-bye. It's James Wood who stands in. It's Carson Seymour who came in to try to get the final out in the 6th. He did. He ended up giving up a couple of hits. And one of those hits knocked in 2 runs. Wood tries to check his swing.
Tried to backdoor him with that breaking ball. Good idea. Wood has struck out 95 times this year.
Not so much in this series.
It's 95 times at 261 at bats.
3 and 2.
He does have 55 walks. Oh, and by the way, he's got 18 home runs.
Yeah, and a bunch of RBIs.
43.
Out of play.
And you ask the Nationals about the strikeouts, and you know what they say? What strikeouts?
Yeah.
He is a dangerous hitter. Well, earlier today, NBC Sports Bay Area and Provident Credit Union announced the grand prize winner of the 2026 All-Star Teacher Award. Kristen Kircher received $30,000 for Berry Elementary School in Yuba City. Congratulations to Kristen and all the finalists.
Here's Curtis Mead. Wood is at first with 12 steals. He's only been caught one time. There's a strike.
You saw that 3-2 pitch from Carson Seymour, and it wasn't close. And that's one thing that a manager and a pitching coach will pay attention to, especially in 3-2 counts. What type of a quality pitch do you make in a 3-2 count? And if you consistently are missing by big margins and making easy takes, it's not good.
So that shot to the backstop on a pitch in the dirt.
That's 2 free gifts of 90 feet. Now the Nationals have a runner in scoring position in a way where you can't defend it, and that hurts.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by that hit at all. I don't know about you.
Well, they've had a lot of them today. But it's kind of gone that way with the Nationals and the Giants this year. I mean, we kind of felt the same way in the Diamondback series where the Giants faced the Diamondbacks 6 times in a row and 6. And that happens. I mean, you play teams in a series, you get a lot of breaks going against you, you're not going to do well. If you count on some of those breaks coming your way, and when they don't, I mean, it becomes lopsided. And this series has been lopsided.
Nobody out. Here's Luis Garcia Jr. And he takes a strike. Garcia hit a home run in the first inning yesterday. Off of Adrian Hauser. Down low.
Reaver San Martin, who just was activated today, the left-hander getting ready for the Giants.
Hit well to left. And off the very top of the wall. And Wood is going to be waved in. He will score. Everybody had to wait. So the fact that that stayed in, I'm surprised. And it ends up being a double.
On a day where there's lots of carry in this ballpark, this almost goes off the wall. I mean, Drew Gilbert never had a chance to get back to the wall. And I'm not sure how well he saw that, if at all.
Nobody out. Giants play the infield in. Here's Cruz. And Cruz takes a strike. On the ground sharply, and Schmidt kicks it around. His throw to first is in time. They get the out. A run scores.
And that winds up as an RBI for Cruz.
I think that ball came up and ate Schmidt up on the wrist.
Yeah, he's taking inventory. That did not feel good. If he doesn't have a cannon for an arm, they don't get an out.
Here's Lyle. Infield stays in. And strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rocket to right. That'll be a base hit. That'll knock in Garcia.
That's a 3-hit day for Lyle.
Now Lyle came in hitting .256. Well, a walk started out this inning. Single, double, hard ground ball out, and then a line drive hit. And here's Jacob Young. And a strike. Foul back off his fist. You know, we heard all about the Nationals and how they came into this series leading everybody in runs scored. And, you know, you kind of want to be fooled by that. Like, all right, we get it. And now you watch them for 3 days and you do get it. I mean, they just don't swing and miss a lot, make solid contact, and they're not afraid to run.
Not afraid to run. They make 2-strike adjustments. They put the ball in play. And hey, what do we say? When you put the ball in play, anything could happen.
So what they told us was real. The 1-2 is high, 2-2. And they're doing this today without their leading RBI hitter, and that's Abrams. Chopper foul, and I can't tell you how many times they've spoiled pitches with 2 strikes to eventually see a pitch where they could put it in play. Got him. Seymour's first strikeout.
Let's take a look at the call, strike 3. Kind of wrapped around that 95, 96 mile an hour sink, catches the outside corner.
The pitcher's going to strike. The hitter's challenging.
So we had a challenge by Nunez. And it's not a strike. So
The call is overturned. Washington has 2 challenges remaining.
One and 0. No swing.
Jan Powell, the umpire at third base.
Center field. And that'll do it. 9-1. Giants. And also Jung-Hoo Lee has extended his hitting streak. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all-in connection and protection your small business can rely on. It's Paxton Schultz.
20th appearance on the year for Schultz.
Garcia stays in the game. He's at first.
You know,
0-2.
In that Toyota game summary, I mean, it doesn't really tell you how good Robbie Ray threw the ball today. I mean, he walks out of here with 5 earned runs, but it really doesn't say a whole lot about how he pitched. He deserved a better fate.
Here's a pop-up that Garcia is going to catch. There's a call strike. Down low. One ball and one strike. Gilbert hitting .233.
Well, that's the one thing about a lopsided game. I mean, you have to play games with your brain. You got to make it personal between you and that pitcher. I mean, there always comes that point in the game where, you know, the outcome of the game sort of gets defined. Now, I mean, it's baseball, anything can still happen, I get it, but when you fall back 8 runs in a score and it's the 7th inning, I mean, a lot of guys, their concentration goes right out the exit, and you have to fight against it.
Well, plus, you have people in the stands.
You have people in the stands. That's exactly right. That's the bottom line.
You have people watching. Gilbert takes the walk.
Well, starting tomorrow, FIFA World Cup 2026 lights up the United States, Mexico, and Canada, all of North America. Experience every goal, every celebration, exclusively in Spanish on Telemundo and Peacock.
Here's Cox, who takes a pitch wide. Cox with a swing and a miss. We're going to miss again by Cox. Cox hit a little blue single down the right field line in the 5th. But other than that, he has struggled to make contact today.
Yeah, I think he's thinking right side here, too.
Got him. It's not Cox's fault, but you get big numbers coming out of Double-A. And then you have a hard time making contact in the big leagues. It just makes you wonder, all right, so, maybe there is a big difference between Double-A and the big leagues.
Well, there is, but what's really been upsetting for Cox is these are belt-high fastballs. That's the easiest place to defend.
There's a nice piece of hitting by Schmidt. I mean, if you're Cox, and look, I'm not saying he's not trying to do that, but that's what you try to do.
Yeah.
If the fastball is really giving you a hard time, maybe you guide it just a little bit.
Play Pepper.
Here's a rise. Look out to the back foot. Two and one.
I love it when Rise steps out of that batter's box. I mean, he's looking at the infield. He's looking where the opportunity is with the way they defend against you.
3-1. All right, 3-2.
And one thing we've learned about him is he could care less about two strikes on him. Completely relaxed.
Little tapper near the mound, it flattens out, and that'll do it. Giants
single off Rafael Montero to cap a 3-run rally in the bottom of the 10th inning to give the Giants a 4-3 victory. Slater's now the Tampa Bay Rays after stops for the Marlins and the Mets this season. Just got brought up to the Rays yesterday. New pitcher now for the Giants will be Raver Sanmartin.
Hit foul off the bat of
And that might be the play of the year for the Ball Dudes. Left Brown. Getting it done. And Left, who is 77 years old, still has got game. Barrel roll. Oh, Left, you are the man.
Slowly hit, but Chapman moving to his left makes the play. Yeah, it's nice to see our Ball Dudes show our generation off.
Yeah, nice going. We applaud you. His daughter Jenny is the ball babe over on the left field side. And there's the numbers for Sanmartin in his MLB career.
This has popped up down the right field line. That's going to be out of play.
Sanmartin has been around since 2015.
For the weekend, and then the Giants head back on the road. They'll go to Atlanta and Miami. Chapman hits another high drive. Left field at the wall. It is out of here. Chapman becoming a fan favorite today.
Well, he's enjoying it. He's still not smiling as openly as we normally see because he had to climb a long, long road to get back to where his swing is something he can trust. But, boy, he can trust it now. And he worked his tail off. And he deserves that accolade walking through the dugout. Second home run of the day.
Here's Devers. And Devers takes high.
I mean, it's so hard to be patient when you're struggling. And we always say, guys are going to get their numbers. And, well, it's happening for Chapman.
Devers hits one high. Deep. Out of here. What a bandbox. Number 9 for Devers.
Well, he gets a fastball middle in.
I can't really ever tell with his, but he seems to be able to tell at home plate.
Well, he's hit enough of them, he should know.
Here's Lee. Lee extended his hitting streak with a hit in the 6th.
The other thing great about a streak is Jung-Hoo Lee extended his streak to 18 games today. You never really fear any count. When you're in control of the bat, I mean, you don't care if it's a 2-strike count.
Like it is right now.
1-2. Plus the way he's seeing the ball. My goodness.
2-2.
He challenged an ABS call last night, and it was 1/100th of an inch out of the strike zone.
Three and two. And the walk.
No fear behind in the count.
Simon Matthews out, the pitching coach.
All right, let's take a look at Matt Chapman getting a little hanging cutter out over the plate at the bell, taking it over the left center field wall. And then Rafael Devers staying inside a fastball and a bent elbow to Hack, back spinning it right over the wall in center field.
Well, here's Eldridge, who doesn't have a hit, and that's unusual lately for him. And he hit one foul into our club level, just to our left.
Hey, look who got it.
Boy, Eldridge had one he'd like to have back.
Yeah, that cutter's got some hang time to it right now. And Paxton Schultz, the right-hander for the Nationals, I mean, he's laying out there right over the middle of the plate. And that location's got "whack me" written all over the ball.
Very high. Runner goes. Jung-Hoo Lee has got it stolen. Number 3 on the year.
He's stolen a game in every game this series.
If you're down by this many runs, you got to make it, and he did. Got him. And Eldridge is challenging.
Why not?
Might as well, right?
Yeah, you're down 6.
And the walk.
Big difference. Boy, don't you just love that ABS?
I do, absolutely, especially just right now.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
I mean, there is a great case to be made that you've saved him until the late in the game.
Yeah.
Susak takes a strike. Susak now is going to have to grind. He came in to the game at 299.
Miles Michaelis getting ready in the bullpen for the Nats. Make it Orlando Ribalta. I beg your pardon.
One and two. He ran that one in on the hands of Susak. Gilbert is on deck.
Say, more runner get on here, it makes it real interesting. Just keep moving the line. We've got a big league grind going right now. That's what back-to-back home runs will do to you. They'll refocus a team. Fight to stay alive. Take swing out. Put the ball in play.
Big fight right there. Two. Line drive, base hit. Here they come. Lee scores. Eldridge to third. Susak a double. Could be interesting.
And that is a great at bat. And I say that with a capital G on great. A little bit of a hanger right out there, middle in, above the knees. And there's your reward, Mr. Susak.
Well, if you're Gilbert, well, you see the hit again. You want to move the line. You don't want to be a hero here. A hero meaning try to hit the ball out of the park, try to get on. I believe we're going to see a new pitcher to face Drew Gilbert. Nationals. I got to tell you what my partner just said. He said if we come back in this game, he's taking his shirt off.
Okay, and there's Orlando Ribalta who takes the ball now. having a good season. 1.96 ERA.
He did not say that. Here's Gilbert. Gilbert takes a strike.
Rabalta, a hard thrower, mid to high 90s. Got a slider and a changeup to go with those two types of fastballs.
Gilbert had an at-bat in the 7th, and he walked. Oh, 0-2.
And there's the changeup. So he's seen his specialty pitches, bang, bang, the slider, then the changeup. So it's time to call a timeout and have a little word with yourself. Now you shorten up, put it in play. See what happens.
One and two.
Rabalta, yeah, once a guy steps out on him and calls timeout, now he's totally in control. He comes set and he just holds him. Put a freeze on that hitter in the batter's box. Just a way to control the rhythm of the at-bat.
It's on the ground towards the hole. Cut off. They get the out. Scoring is Eldridge to third. Goes Susak. It's 9-5. Well, you don't want outs, but a productive out is better than a regular out. So here's Cox. Cox is being pulled back.
This looks like Buddy Kennedy.
Looks like Buddy Kennedy. Well, if you're involved in a game where you got to come back, you don't want to leave your better hitters on the bench at the end of the game.
Well, especially guys who have a good comfort zone with pinch hitting, which that's part of what Buddy Kennedy can do for you.
Yeah, knocking in a run here is fine, but you want to do it with a base hit or get on base by way of a walk.
You see the numbers he had down in Sacramento, 321. 8 homers, 33 RBIs, having a good season.
And it gets away. And Susak is going to score.
Well, that's what you call rally, kill, and wild pitch. Clears the bases. So now, Buddy Kennedy got to get on base. Hits away from Ruiz. I mean, he did everything right to block it. And a good read from Susak.
Kennedy with a pop-up out of play to even the count.
I mean, if you're at third base like Susak, you have to know you can score.
Yeah, boy, is that a fact.
Job well done.
Two and one. Did it foul? 2 and 2.
Thought it almost hit him. Giants would take that gladly. And I think Buddy Kennedy would have taken it gladly.
I agree.
That's why if you have an elbow protective piece there, you just lean into that one.
Got him. Kenny's challenging.
The pitch was ruled a strike. The hitter's challenger.
can't challenge this one. I think the whole ball's in the zone.
The call is confirmed. San Francisco has 1 challenge remaining.
Well, now you got to start a rally with 2 outs. The Nationals did it in the 6th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. They scored 4 times. Schmidt's going to pop this one up. Young puts it away. 2 home runs here in the 8th inning. Matt Chapman hits his 2nd of the game. And then Rafi Devers hits his 9th. Bye-bye, baby, 9-6. He takes a strike.
The pitch was going to strike. The hitter is challenging.
1 for 4, and he's going to challenge this.
The call is confirmed. Washington has 1 challenge remaining.
Hey, if you got him, smoke him.
Jeremy Rehak is hot right now. Down low.
That has to feel good for an umpire.
Yeah, absolutely. Umpires like those teams that challenge early and they get rid of their challenges by the 4th inning. I can relax. So San Martin did not, after the Giants dropped a 5 spot, does not want to walk the leadoff hitter.
He does not.
Struck well to left and gone. Meade with his 10th of the year.
Well, he had a challenge. He couldn't walk him. And Meade was sitting in the bushes waiting for him. Take a look at the location. It's right there, middle end, above the knee. See ya.
One and one to Luis Garcia. Garcia, a pinch hit double in the 7th inning. He takes wide. There's a strike. So, another 3-2 count. Got him. Here's the home run and where it went and landed.
Well, he got just about all of it. That's a healthy home run.
Here's Cruz. Cruz takes down low. And speared. Going to his left is Arise. Here's Lyle, who's got 3 hits.
It's Cruz's best at bat of the day, and it's a big league hang with him.
this one into left field for a base hit, his 4th hit. Lyle's not going to want to leave. 7 hits in the series. Bringing up Jacob Young. And a strike. 24 hits in this game today.
Both teams in double-digit figures. 14 for the Nationals, 10 for the Giants.
Runner goes. I think they got him. No. Thought maybe on tagging on the back leg before he hit the bag. And they'll challenge.
Why not?
Call on the field is safe at second base. San Francisco is challenged.
I don't think they're going to win. Close. I could see why they did challenge, but I don't know if there's enough there to flip the decision. I think he's safe.
Yep.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. San Francisco loses their challenge.
I've got the Nationals now for 4 steals today. On the ground to third, backhanded by Chapman, who'll set and throw, and that'll do it. A run on the home run is 10-6.
6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. New pitcher now for the Nationals is going to be Gus Varland. He's got 7 saves on the year, 27th appearance. Got a 4-seam fastball. It's mid to high 90s and a slider primarily. He's got a changeup that he'll seldom throw, but he's got one. And the first pitch to Arise. Challenge fastball and a quick strike 1. Arise on the day 1 for 4 with a single back in the 3rd inning. Extends his 11-game streak.
One ball and 1 strike. And a challenge.
The pitch was ruled a ball. The catcher is challenging. The call is confirmed. Washington is out of challenges.
Yep. Jeremy Rahak, umpire, he's on fire.
He's hot right now. 2-1. Driven out to Triple's alley. Is anybody going to get there? No. Arise is on the move, and he is going to stop at second. And the Giants get their leadoff hitter on. And for Arise, that's his 2nd hit in the game.
I mean, he could just flat out hit. I mean, that's a challenge at the belt. And just bends the elbow, spins, and puts a barrel on it, and it's no contest. An easy 2-bagger to open things up here.
Chapman His last 2 at-bats, home runs. Swing and a miss. Oh, and 2. Hit to right. Hit well. At the wall, off the bricks. Arise is going to score. Chapman a double.
Back-to-back doubles, and Tarps off is in full bloom in center field. And let's take a look at hit. Number 4 on the day. 2 homers and a double. This one an opposite field swing of the bat. And the belief just stiffened in that Giants dugout. And everybody's coming up on the railing. As they should. Wouldn't it be something? Stay hot, Mr. Chapman. You worked hard to get this swing going, and it's paying dividends.
Devers, a home run in his last at bat. And he takes a strike. Foul down the left field line. 0-2. Overthrow, 1-2.
That sets up nothing.
Two.
It sets up nothing.
Wow, 3-2.
Sets up nothing. Giants are a ball away from putting the tying run in the batter's box. Not close.
Here's Jung-Hoo Lee, who is 1 for 3. He walked in the 8th and scored. And we're going to get a new pitcher.
Going to be Mitchell Parker.
So,
take a look at the numbers for Parker. Appearance number 17. He's 2-2 with a 5.34 ERA. I mean, he's right over the top with a low to mid-90s fastball and a big curveball slider combination.
On Monday, Lee and Eldridge both had hits off of Parker. And a strike.
He keeps throwing him those flat breaking balls away. He'll go to left.
Down the line, foul.
Or he'll try and yank one over the wall right. That was just a hanger, and he jumped on it.
Oh, and 2. I don't know how it didn't hit him. 1 and 2.
He doesn't know how it did.
I can hear Frank Robinson yelling right now.
Take one for the team. Set an outside target. This thing misses the target by about 4 feet.
Out of play.
That
Down the
was
left field line.
Quality curveball right there. He did well to fight that one out. That was a perfect pitch. From Parker's perspective.
On the ground and a base hit. Chapman will stop at third. The bases are loaded. And here comes Eldridge.
Wouldn't it be something?
Wouldn't it be something? I mean, it may be more than tarps off if Eldridge knocks one out of here.
Well, I'm going to hold you to it. Time to drop trowel and hog out.
In tight.
And there was nothing free and easy about that curveball. He just goosed it. And they can't challenge anymore.
Well, the other thing, too, is it's hard to challenge this guy, given the fact that he's got all the power. High drive. Right field. Out of here. And this game is over. Unbelievable.
That is truly unbelievable. 10 runs in the last 2 innings to walk it off. And it's certainly the biggest hit in Bryce Eldridge's career. And we'll never forget it.
He got a hanger.
He goosed another one, and he was sitting soft. He hits it, starts measuring. Wow.
Once you hit the metal, that's all you need. Wow. I mean, the bottom line is he walks up to home plate and you're thinking about exactly what he just did.
Well, in Giants history, they haven't done that since 1947.
All right. 11-10 is your final. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Toyota Giants postgame live starts right now.